which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Disappointed. I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, you make $230 million. They give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deductions and make sure state, federal, whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made 230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million.
Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe have never been shy when it comes to calling out Floyd Mayweather, and especially not about his money. For years now, these two media powerhouses have been side-eyeing the way Mayweather flaunts his wealth online. From the stacks of cash on private jets to the diamond-studded watches and luxury cars, Floyd's social media looks like a billionaire's dream. But Stephen A. and Shannon? They've always been the first to say something ain't adding up.
And even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yachts and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle the score. And let me tell you how the RIS works.
You have experience?
I have experience with this, experience.
They've dragged him on air more than once, questioning how someone who claims to be the best ever financially is constantly dodging payment claims, late lawsuits, and rumors of bankruptcy. Shannon Sharpe even said point-blank on Club Shay Shay that Floyd's entire brand has become more about the illusion of wealth than actual generational stability.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
And Stephen A., he's been even more ruthless, bringing receipts and timelines showing how Floyd's flashy purchases don't match the financial reports, unpaid exhibition debts, and suspicious business moves that keep popping up behind the scenes.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
So now that the boxing world is reeling over Floyd's sketchy $402 million Manhattan real estate stunt, of course, Stephen A. and Shannon are speaking up. Because to them, this isn't new. This is just the latest chapter in a story they've been trying to tell for years. Floyd Mayweather might be undefeated in the ring, but financially, he's been taking L's for a while now. So here's what's happening. Floyd's empire, this whole "I'm the richest athlete alive, I made $1 billion" brand, is being exposed brick by brick. And this $402 million scandal? It just might be the final blow.
Yeah, I think it might.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. This is what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. For 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
He claimed to have purchased 62 rent-regulated apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan through his firm, Vada Properties. And at first, the headlines went crazy. People praised Mayweather for giving back to the community while securing a steady income stream.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
But now, that empire he claimed to own? It might be made of smoke and mirrors. Because according to Business Insider, not a single one of the buildings he claimed to have bought shows up as being sold in the official NYC property records. Not one. And in New York, that paperwork gets updated fast, usually within days of any legit sale.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
So what's really going on here? Word on the street is that the entire $402 million transaction might have been a front. A PR move designed to keep Floyd's name in headlines and bury whispers that he's hemorrhaging cash. But those whispers are getting louder and more dangerous, because now the FBI is reportedly snooping around, trying to figure out if there's something fraudulent at the core of this so-called deal. The NYC Housing Partnership, which works closely with most of the buildings in question, said they haven't heard a single word about a change in ownership. That's a massive red flag. And when Business Insider tried to get confirmation, they were met with even more sketchy behavior. Mayweather's team brought in a man claiming to be James McNair, one of his business execs, but the man's voice didn't match McNair's on-record interviews.
Because, you know, saying Floyd Money Mayweather, surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know, and I don't really care. I just want my money.
Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe have gone full throttle, demanding accountability. On their respective shows, they've raised eyebrows about the legitimacy of the deal and openly questioned whether Mayweather is headed for a financial crash and potentially a jail cell. They've accused him of misleading the public, overstating his financial status, and worst of all, playing with the trust of working-class communities in New York by claiming ownership of rent-regulated housing he may never have touched. They're not just asking questions. They're demanding that Mayweather face legal consequences if it turns out this investment was nothing more than an illusion.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because
Because if this whole thing was fake, if Floyd just paraded a $402 million number out into the world without anything to back it up, he didn't just lie to haters, he lied to the entire boxing community. And if the FBI finds any real fraud buried in that paperwork, or lack thereof, this could be the biggest loss of Mayweather's post-boxing career. The same man who built his brand on never losing might be on the verge of the most embarrassing loss yet.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like, he didn't know what he couldn't read, like,
that's BS.
Something.
That is
that
BS.
They said something
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
You know, how long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
Allegedly, Floyd is being investigated for financial fraud connected to several international ventures, shady exhibition deals, and failure to pay fighters who helped him make that cash in the first place. Sound familiar? That's because we've been hearing for years that Floyd doesn't pay his exhibition opponents. Like Logan Paul, yeah, the same Logan who fought Floyd back in 2021 in that massive crossover exhibition? He's still waiting on his full check. The YouTuber went public multiple times, saying Floyd owes him millions.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose? What happened?
No, he didn't pay me
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. Didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And what was Floyd doing while Logan was chasing his paycheck? Oh, just flying private, tossing stacks in nightclubs, and posting pictures with Birkin bags and watches that probably cost more than your car. Logan literally said, Floyd Mayweather is a scumbag. He owes me money, and he's hiding behind his legal team.
To go through this with Mayweather?
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's honestly bullshit. Like having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like, we made that mistake. But, you know, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because he's a scumbag. Yeah. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, like, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out. And, But, like,
no?
Yeah.
What about double or nothing?
Yeah. Double or nothing. Yeah, I already got nothing, bro. So.
It was fun though?
Cool. Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna change the way you do business when it comes to boxing now? Maybe.
Yeah. Me and my brother.
Thank you.
Sure, of course, yeah. I gotta go, y'all, but.
Thank you so much.
You had fun doing it though?
Oh yeah.
I think we're done,
Most
guys.
fun of my life, dude.
Thank you so much.
And let's keep it 100. Logan Paul isn't even the only one. There are multiple fighters, especially from international exhibitions in Japan, Dubai, even the UK, who have reportedly not been paid. These dudes are quiet because of NDAs and fear of backlash. But the rumors are loud.
That guy was doing shit in the ring I'd never seen before. Yo, one time I was like hunkered over and I was like by his hip and he kind of had me in a headlock. Motherfucker opens his glove and puts his hand over my mouth.
Stop you breathing.
So I couldn't breathe. I'd never seen this before. And opposite side of the ref. He knew where the ref was. He knew to cover my mouth. Straight up in the middle of the fight, I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? I just missed 2 breaths. Fact. Smart boxer, you know. That's the guy who's been to the ring before. He's smart. He knows his way in and out. No, I got paid. I got paid. Just not in full. Like there's a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. We'll see you in court. The art is happening. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you, Floyd. We're coming for your millions and the last of your chains.
And here's where it gets real wild. Floyd's still flexing like he's got billions in the bank. But court docs and leaked reports suggest he might be deep in debt, selling assets behind the scenes and using smoke and mirrors to keep the money brand alive. Remember when 50 Cent clowned him for not actually owning half the stuff he shows off? Like the jets, the jewelry, the cars? Back then, it felt like friendly beef. But now, looking back, it might have been the first red flag.
Paid?
Right there is fine.
They paid?
I don't know.
Well, they ain't paid, they gotta move.
All right, where's...
Stephen A. went off during a broadcast saying, if these accusations are even halfway true, the FBI needs to get involved. You don't build $1 billion brand and then go around stiffing fighters out of a couple $1 million. That's criminal. And Shannon? Shannon didn't hold back at all. On his podcast, he said, Floyd Mayweather is always quick to flash cash, but he can't pay Logan Paul? That's a scam. That's not boxing. That's robbery in plain sight. He even compared it to Fire Festival energy. You remember that? The festival that never happened but stole people's money and sold a dream that didn't exist? Yeah. Shannon said Floyd's exhibitions are starting to look just like that.
Did you ever get an itch to get back in the ring? No, not at all. Not even a little? No. When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, what is your reaction when you see them?
I don't really know where to go with this subject, because if I say something, I'm going to get backlash. When you're watching boxing for free, you can have hundreds of millions of views. When you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. Logan, we done an exhibition, and that's why he moved to WWE, because he wanted to hold me the whole night. I think WWE is good for Logan, and
Jake Paul, maybe?
Easy. Too easy.
It's too easy.
Too easy.
But here's the real question. If Floyd truly has all this money, why not just pay people? Like Logan Paul is asking for what? $5 to $10 million max. You're telling me the guy who owns $18 million watches can't cut a check. That doesn't make sense unless the money he's flexing isn't really his.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
And that's where the bankruptcy theory comes in. Because, yeah, the streets are talking, and there are whispers Floyd might be secretly broke. That all those money showers and jewelry flexes are just to keep up the persona.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8" and a half. Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. Up top, every planet. And the bag was crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
Behind the scenes, people are saying the man's in debt, mortgaging assets, and ducking court fees like they're punches. Think about it. When you're still fighting in exhibitions at 48 against influencers and YouTubers, is it really about legacy? Or are you just cashing in because you have to? It's the same playbook over and over again. Hype up the fight, collect the bag, vanish before the check clears. And when people come calling, blame the lawyers, blame contractual delays, blame the system, but never take accountability. Now, with the $402 million controversy, that whole blueprint might be blowing up in his face. Sources are saying the IRS is circling, that overseas investors are asking questions, that multiple agencies including potentially the FBI, are reviewing documents, tax records, and fighter testimonies, and that if they find a clear pattern of financial fraud and intent to deceive, yeah, that's jail time, not just bad press. If this case really unfolds the way insiders are saying it might, we could see one of the biggest legal scandals in sports history. And Floyd might just go from Money Mayweather to Mayweather the fraud. So let's ask the real questions here. Do you think Floyd Mayweather is scamming fighters? Do you believe he's still got billionaire money? Or has the empire already collapsed behind closed doors? And if these allegations are true, should the FBI actually arrest him? Because let's be real, if this was any other businessman, CEO, or even another athlete, they'd already be in court. So why is Floyd getting a pass? Or is that about to change? Let us know in the comments. This is one story we'll definitely be following. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because we've got more breakdowns, exposés, and behind-the-scenes drama coming your way. I'll catch you in the next video.